Hello everyone, welcome to Delhi World Book Fair. Here we have Ms. Tarishi Khanna, the author of Corporate Cocktail. Hi ma'am. So here we are going to have an interview which will be doing just to understand what the book is about and how your journey as a writer has been. We have a set of questions and we'll be having a conversational interview. So we starting with the first question. Success is supposed to motivate us. Then why does it sometimes leave us drained instead?
I think success is very subjective, and when we start comparing our milestones, all our deadlines, all our checklists, like we want to get promoted, we want to get like a salary increment. So whenever we try to compare or measure our self worth with success, I think that's where it really starts to drain us out.
What experience made you pause and think this is something more people need to talk about?
I think my own burnout, where I felt on a Sunday that I'm just feeling really, I think I can't do this. I think I should quit, or probably I should open a cafe or something. And that is where, when I decided, why don't I write something about it? Maybe like a gratitude journal, but I think it didn't go that well. When I started writing something positive about what's happening in the day and something that at work is counting so good for me. So later on, I decided like maybe I should convert it in a book where I could reflect back on those characters in my corporate journey who helped to navigate stress really different, who had that hat in their corporate life where they could actually speak about corporate environments without stress, and they led all the stressful moments with a, I think I would say, empathy. I think leadership style with empathy really helps people like us who've been in corporate to have a mental peace at work as well.
Correct. So, has there ever been a point where you think that you have done everything that you can in a very perfect style, and yet it felt like something is missing out?
I think good question. I think almost every day. I think almost every day when you are, rushing to a client place and you are so stressed out that I'm doing everything. I'm about to go live, but suddenly that, production issue comes. Or probably after you went live, there is a whole feedback session with your partners or with your managers, and they say, you didn't do this good. But all the time I was feeling like probably
You were doing the best.
I was doing the best. I think I was in office probably at until 12 a.m. or something, and I was feeling, what did I miss? And I think I usually ran to my husband nowadays, like, what did I miss? I was doing everything okay. So I think it happens probably with everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing that most people face nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody is pushing and trying to be the best, and they still think that they've lost something.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what moment in your career, starting up, climbing up, or at the top, do you think that this book mirrors the most?
I think I would say all of it, because Maag Mehra, the character that I've put in, her journey starts from day one, and then how she evolves with the right people, with some of toxic people also that she comes across, and how she navigated out of it, how she reached to those milestones like becoming a manager or becoming a consultant or a senior consultant. Everything, I think every milestone, someone would relate to it probably. I think maybe an intern who is starting to, choose like whether I should join a corporate or not. Someone who is already questioning during their whole, promotion cycle. Or some leaders who think that they are doing great, but why my team hates me.
If your reader walks away with just one habit, a mindset shift, or a moment of self-permission, what would you want that to be?
I think to all my readers, I would say, I think what's there on the standee, that there's always a choice. I think for every choice that we make at work, if we get a bit conscious at every stage, like going into the dark hole, or maybe some managers can be a little empathetic at work. It's a conscious choice. Like in the book, probably in one of the chapters I've quoted, like a manager sends out a Teams invite discussion on this project. Maybe you could edit it as, let's catch up on this project. I think that warmth or that conscious choice is really important to make difference at work.
Correct. Work environment should also feel warm.
Yeah, I think people would like to come to office.
Correct. Okay, so a question that I was just reading through the book. There's a character called Sia. Would you like to say something for Sia?
Yeah, I would like to say to Sia that I think she chose her own path. That she never wanted to do the corporate environment stuff, but she chose her own path to do her business. And I think I look up to her because for personally like me, I can never leave my job. But she went out of her comfort zone and started her own business, and that's where I think she's doing great. So we all have our own paths. It's just about the conscious choice that we make at certain point of time when we are totally very exhausted at work.
Do you think Sia and Mark can be friends even after the whole switch?
I think they're friends forever. Until you reach the last chapter, I think you would get it.
Okay. Okay. Which version of ourselves at work do you think will feel most seen by this book?
I think all about when we go to the chai stall and crib about our managers. I think when we think the environment is so toxic, why my manager said something like this to me, the burnout part, the burnout phase, I think definitely the burnout phase would be so relatable at every chapter, and how some of the people really made a difference. I think my people in my corporate family, the characters I've chosen here, really made a difference when we were on late night calls. How they spoke to me, how they led that fort for me, I think really helped. Yeah.
So, talking about burnout, is burnout a personal failure or a systems problem?
Let me think. I think it's about a leadership style. Because we all get burnt out when someone like or a client or any of our leaders push us to that ground where we feel buried. We feel that we are not happy, we are not able to survive. It's a bottleneck. So I think that is something I would say here.
So, we get into a fun part, which is more of a fill in the blanks of sorts.
Okay.
Complete the sentence. Corporate life teaches you dash.
Oh, that's a big question. I think corporate life teaches you many things: patience, courage, confidence, multitasking. But I think one thing that corporate life teaches you is that you're completely replaceable. One day you don't take that call and you want to be with your family, nothing will change tomorrow. But we all are like so driven by the approach that no, we have to do it today. I've seen a lot of Instagram reels also, like brides working after their marriage as well. Of course, it is important, but how really important it is. Maybe we can take a pause and reflect whether what is really necessary.
Burnout often begins when dash.
I think when you start comparing your self-worth with those milestones like promotion or increment, I think that's where burnout starts.
Ambition feels healthy until dash.
I would say until you prioritize numbers over your heartbeat. I think when you just completely forget you have to take care about your health or your mental peace, you're just slogging every night. I think that's where it starts to feel unhealthy.
A good mentor is someone who dash.
Leads with empathy, and who doesn't forget that this leader was also an intern someday.
Balance becomes possible when dash.
I think balance becomes possible. I think for me it started becoming when I drew my own boundaries. When I thought, of course, I never miss any deliverable, but I didn't crush myself to that goal that would lead me to a bottleneck that I cannot breathe.
So coming back to the good mentor part, do you have any instance where you were like, this is the best mentor I could have gotten, or because I had this mentor I could do this?
I think the most important character in this book is about Navneet, and another is Vikram. So these are my two characters that I've chosen from my own journey. With them, work felt amazing. Like even I used to work in, metro or something. Those experiences I've quoted through Mark's perspective, that these characters led with empathy. These characters gave tough time, but they were more like challenges that you really wanted to, win through.
So, going back to another game, this is a this or that, delivering perfectly or learning quickly.
I think I would say learning quickly.
Perfectionism is not possible.
I don't think so. It really comes down to perfectionism at all. No, I think nobody's perfect as well.
Yeah. Okay. Office friendships or professional distance.
Office friendships. I think if you read through the book entirely, those people who were with me at work, they're still with me. And if I have to rant out something, they really relate to it. I think office friendships are more possible.
Climbing fast or growing steadily.
Growing steadily for sure. Because the burnout when I started feeling was climbing fast.
Okay, one question from my side.
Sure.
What advice would you like to give to the younger generations who are currently starting their corporate journey so that they have a easier life?
I think I would say that this is your own cocktail. I bring it from my own book. You stir it, you own it, you spill it, and spill it again. But learn from it. Don't give up. Of course, that a lot of people think that giving up is the best thing, but learn from it and navigate the best way possible and communicate. I think when you start, I communicate with my partners or with people at work very frequently. It's not about stress. It's about how we could do things differently.
If this book was a cocktail, what would be the strongest ingredient? Humor, honesty, or caffeine?
I think caffeine.
Was this book written on caffeine?
I think I had many cups of coffees and cocktails when I was writing. I think it brought so much honesty in the book because all the reflections that I was thinking about those characters really helped me to think, whether I'm doing something good, whether I'm getting a happy high or a downer. But I think that helped me to write this book from a happy high perspective, that I stayed with the firm for probably 10 years. Why was I there? It was because of the people.
Correct. That's true. So we come down to the last question. If someone listening right now is silently wondering, is this all that is there? What would you want to tell them?
I think I would say that there's always a choice. That I am repeatedly saying in my communications with people, that why I wrote this book. So to all the readers out there, if you're stepping into a corporate shoe, please make some conscious choice, definitely. Where if you're taking it as a corporate cocktail, then definitely stir it, spill it again, learn from it, and don't bury yourself into something that you can never come back.
Thank you so much, Tarishi ma'am. I hope everybody really likes this interview and goes and buys your book.
Thank you.
The book is available on StoryMirror shop and Amazon. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that.